Hello friends, I am back. It's been a hot minute since I've picked up my camera, and I've tried to make videos for the past month, 2 months probably actually at this point, and I just haven't been, I start the videos off fantastic and then I just never end up getting enough footage to actually make a full video out of it. So I'm trying one more time. Jesse just left this morning to go visit his Gramps in Ontario with his dad. So I have the house to myself for the weekend. Our landlords aren't even here, they're out camping. And the weather became beautiful over the last week. It went literally from maybe 15-16 degrees, and today it's supposed to be up to 26 degrees. So yeah, it should be good. It's actually Thursday, it's not quite the weekend yet, but I think I'm going to do some reading this weekend. Right now I'm actually currently working, but I'm sitting outside because it's so beautiful outside and nice and warm. So I'm finishing my work day. It's about 1:30 right now. I should be off by 5, and then I'm gonna start my kind of weekend reading. I just figured I'd start the video now. I actually planned on I wanted to do a 24-hour reading vlog this weekend, and then I realized I actually have a few things to do on Saturday, so I didn't know if I could quite commit to doing a full 24 hours. So instead I'm just gonna do a regular weekend reading vlog. I am gonna show you later kind of what my TBR for the weekend is. It's not a strict TBR. I doubt that I'm gonna get through all of the books that I kind of have on my list, but we'll see. I'll show you what my options are at least, but those books are inside and I don't want to go inside right now, so I'll show those to you later. And oh, can you guys hear that? We have this family of raccoons. I don't know if any of you saw a couple of my videos from last summer. There's this family of raccoons that was living under our gazebo here. And it was a mom and some babies. And they were under there all summer, and then obviously in the winter they must have gone somewhere else, or maybe they were still under there hibernate. I don't know if raccoons hibernate. But they were either under there silent, didn't hear from them, or they went somewhere else. But now they're back. I don't know if it's the same. I would assume it's the same family or the same mom at least, or whatever. But it's another mom raccoon with some babies, and you can hear them chirping and scuffling around under the I don't know if you can see, but under the wooden sort of slats, you can see them there. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get back to work, but I'll pick my camera up when I'm off work. I'll probably still be sitting outside because it's just beautiful. Why wouldn't I be out here? So yeah, I'll pick up my camera later when I'm off work, and I'll show you the books that I'm gonna start reading. And yeah, let's hope that this video actually turns into something this time. I'm gonna go get my speaker so I can listen to music while I work. What's my day list doing? Anthem Rockish Afternoon. Ooh, I could do that. Actually, that might be a little bit much for me right now. Yeah, let's do this one. This is my summer mix on Spotify. Just one more good day. It is 5 o'clock. I am off work. I'm just coming inside now because I wanted to show you guys my books, my book options. Okay, here's my TBR shelf, but obviously we're not going to be reading all of these books. So my options for this weekend are Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, Bright One, I can't say this title, Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. It seems a little bit silly, but I'm actually super excited to read this book. If you guys know me at all, you know that I'm absolutely obsessed with Harry Potter, which also, I have something arriving from Amazon today, which I'm super, super excited for, and it has to do with Harry Potter. And y'all are probably going to think that I'm such a loser when you see it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to keep it a secret, and I'll show you what it is later. Jesse made fun of me spending my money on it. But then I explained it to him, and he was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Anyways, so that's, oh God. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh my God. Ah. Okay. Anyways, that is my stack for the weekend. It's not too bad, actually. They're all kind of like smaller books, so who knows? I don't know how many I'll get through. We'll see. But before I start reading, we have an errand to go run, people. It's quite the emergency, actually. I got off work and realized immediately that I have no wine. And that's a problem because it's sunny out and I want to sit outside and read. And I need a beveragino to read with. So I think what I'm actually going to do, not that I have a bunch of like Instagram followers, but I think I'm actually going to ask everybody that I do have on Instagram, on just like my personal Instagram. I'm going to like post a story and ask everybody what book I should start with. And I'll post that. And then I'm going to go walk down the street to the liquor store and get a bottle or two of wine. And then we can start reading. I think that sounds like a good plan. I guess I should get something for dinner too. Do I feel like cooking? No. Should I cook? Probably. Am I gonna cook? Probably not. Jesse's not home. Why would I cook if I don't have anyone else to cook for? You know what I mean? All right, anyways, enough rambling. I'm gonna go for a little walk down the street. It's literally like there's a liquor store, maybe a 5-minute walk down the street. I'll check in when I come back. I am back home. I'm sweaty. You probably can't see it. It smells like my back because it's actually warm outside. But I'm back home. Got the goods. I got a couple bottles, actually, so that I'm prepped for the weekend. I also got a couple Red Bulls. I only get the watermelon flavor because I hate the flavor of regular Red Bull. It's disgusting. It just makes me think of Jaeger bombs, which I also hate. But I love the watermelon flavor. Honestly, if I could get this flavor in like a regular soda without all the caffeine, I would do it because it just tastes delicious. I also got some Skittles. Because if we're going to be reading all weekend, we need a little sweet treat. I don't think I've had that many people actually vote on my Instagram story. So we've got a 3-way tie going at the moment. So right now we've got a tie between Beyond the Wand, Yours Truly, and The Wishing Game. No one voted for Bright Young Women. Anyways, I'm gonna go get myself comfy in my chair outside, select a book, one of the 3 options that we have, I guess. I'll show you guys which book I end up picking, and once I've started it, I'll let you know my thoughts. I'm actually back immediately because I ended up texting Jesse and asked him to break the three-way tie that we have. He chose number 1. I hope that's visible to you at all. But number 1 was Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. So, as I said to you guys earlier, I'm actually really excited for that one. And I've heard really good things. So, I'm gonna go sit outside, start Beyond the Wand, and I'll let you know my thoughts. I'm not gonna lie, the dust jacket on this book got kind of banged up, but who cares? I don't really use dust jackets anyways. It's coming right off. Oh, look how handsome he is. Draco. And there's pictures. This is like when you're in like elementary school doing like story time and the teacher's got a picture book and she's like, oh, how exciting. Oh, Hagrid. R.I.P. Let's get the audiobook queued up. See, I have all of the books. I have the audiobooks for all of them. The best way to do it. Also a bit of a psycho way to do it. Listening to the audiobook while I'm physically reading. Don't ask me. Right. Power on. Let's go time. This is so cute. There's a foreword by Emma Watson. So sweet. I'm all for them. Guys, this is already gonna make me cry. So this is still part of the foreword by Emma Watson. It says, like Tom, I always struggle to explain to people the nature of our connection and relationship. For more than 20 years now, we've loved each other in a special way, and I've lost count of the times that people have said to me, you must have drunkenly made out just once. You must have kissed. There must be something. But what we have is far deeper than that. It's one of the purest loves I can think of. We're soulmates, and we've always had each other's backs. I know we always will. It makes me emotional to think about it. This book is gonna make me cry. Okay, I'm only on chapter 2. I'm like 6 pages in, but so far, I already know that I'm gonna love this. Tom Felton is just hilarious, and he's actually just so great with words. I think he's gonna be a great storyteller in this book. I'm sure it's only gonna continue to get better. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna shut my camera off and probably go pour myself some wine now. I put it in the fridge to cool it a little bit, make it crisp. I'll talk to you guys later. Good morning, everybody. So it is the next day. I read out. Whoa, little man. Come on. Anyways, so it is the next day. I did end up reading outside for a little bit last night, and then I came inside when my food arrived, ate my food, watched a little bit of YouTube, and then I went to bed. But I did end up getting to, I think, chapter 9 in Beyond the Wand. Chapter 9, page 77. So about, I don't know if you can see that, but about here we go, a third of the way through. And I'm really liking it so far. Honestly, I got to the point last night where I would have kept reading, but I wanted to kind of make it last longer. So I stopped when I did because I didn't want to just, like, I probably actually could have just binged it, the whole thing last night, but I didn't want to binge the whole thing. I wanted to extend the period of time that I enjoyed it. So I think I might finish it today though. Anyways, I did get my special Amazon package last night. It showed up kind of late, so that's why I didn't show you guys last night. But let me open this here. I also apologize if this is super loud and for Simba's tail getting in the way. Okay. Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? Not a care in the world, honestly. Okay. I love these little pull tabs on some of the Amazon packages. It makes my life so much easier. Okay. You guys ready for it? I can feel it. It's like hefty. Oh, I'm so excited. It's literally just a Harry Potter pop socket that looks like a golden snitch. Simba! Hello! Yeah, they all say hi. Yeah, it's a pop socket that looks like a golden snitch. Let me take the plastic off. Oh, so satisfying. There we go, that's better. So yes, I spent my real hard-earned money on this, and Jesse definitely made fun of me for it. But you know what? Like, listen to this. Like, it's thick. That's hefty. Like, it's metal. It's not like plastic like the other pop sockets. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Anyways, I bought this. This is what I was so excited for. And you can see why Jesse was now making fun of me for it. Bought this for my Kindle because I used to have one of the cases that had like the cover and you could close it and whatnot. But I wanted something, first of all, thinner. The other case made it quite thick. And second, I wanted something that was going to be easier to hold, because the other case that I had, it had one of those like elastic bungee things that you could hold it with, but it just never really, like, I don't know, my hand is too small or something to actually make that work. So I just got a clear case, and I actually ordered some stickers from Etsy as well. Those obviously haven't arrived yet, but I'm going to put some stickers in here as well. And then my little pop socket, put that on there, and yeah, that's my plan, but I'm very excited for that. That's my morning update. I'm just about to start my actual job for the day. Off work at 5. I'll probably actually sit outside for the last couple hours of work again like I did yesterday, and even on my lunch I'll probably be sitting outside reading. I'll probably catch up with you guys on my lunch. Okay, I've come outside for my lunch, and I just want to show you guys something. Bear in mind, it is May 10th. It is May 10th. That's probably because it's sitting in the shade, and there's no way that it's near that temperature in the shade right now. My phone says that the temperature is supposed to be 24 degrees right now. Celsius. This is all in Celsius. So 24 is probably more accurate, but either way, it is roasty toasty. It's nice. I like it. But it's May. It's May 10th. We just skipped right over spring. When I was in Edmonton for work last week, and it snowed. But now this week I'm talking to some of my coworkers that live over there, and they said it's about the same as here, which I just find hilarious because it was literally snowing last week. So anyways, I am sitting outside now, and I'm about to pop on my headphones, open my book, and read for a little bit while I'm on my lunch here. when I was sitting inside, I had the like screen door. I had the door open, and I could, from inside my house, I could hear the raccoons under the gazebo. They were so loud, the little babies. And I did some more research after yesterday because I was saying that I wasn't sure if raccoons hibernated or not. They don't technically hibernate, but they do go through like weeks of deep sleep at a time in the winter. So it is quite possible that these raccoons, or this mom or this family, was living in here or under here all winter. Either that, or they possibly have multiple sort of dens in the same neighborhood, so they might have even gone to one of the other dens. Maybe they have a den in someone's like attic or something that would have been warmer. That is the extent of the research that I've done. And I know mother raccoons are known to be like super aggressive, but from my experience last year, I did actually like see the little babies pop out a couple times, and I just chilled. I wasn't trying to get close to them or anything. I just watched them. I wasn't moving around or anything, but I had no issues. The mom didn't seem to be bothered by my presence out here. We'll see if they act up again. We'll see how that ends up going over the summer. They also usually do give birth to the kits in the months of April to May. So the babies that are under here are probably no more than maybe like a month old. So they're probably just so small and cute, and that's probably why they're making so much noise too, is because they're trying to get the attention of their mom, or they're talking to each other or whatever. But they're so cute. I can't wait till I hopefully get a couple glimpses of them again. Anyways, I'm gonna start reading. I'll check back in later. I feel so dumb crying over this book. To be fair, a lot of it has to do with my love for the Harry Potter books and the movies. But even aside from that, the way that Tom Felton wrote his memoir, the things that he talked about, how like honest and open he was about his experience and his struggles later on. I don't know, something about it. Like, I've read a few memoirs and they are usually a little bit more emotional, because if they weren't, I don't think people would write memoirs about their lives. But this one in particular got to me. I don't quite know what it was, honestly. I would highly recommend. I would recommend anyone to read this book. Whether you've watched the Harry Potter movies or read the books or not, I think you'd still enjoy the book. Like, it's just really well written in general. But if you have read the books or watched the movies, I think you'll enjoy it just that much more. Because it wasn't like it's purely about his experience with Harry Potter. It's about his whole life and how Harry Potter has just influenced it and whatnot. I'm hesitant to say that it's my favorite book of the year. It's my favorite nonfiction book that I've ever read. I think it's one of my favorite books that I've read so far. I'd say it's at least in the top 10 of all of the books that I've ever read. Go read it. Tom Felton, Beyond the Wand. I don't know if you heard that, but the raccoons agree. Anyways, now that that's done, it is, what time is it? It's just about 8 o'clock. It's 7:45 on my Friday evening. It is beautiful out, clear skies. But my mom texted me and she said that we might be able to see the Northern Lights tonight, which the Northern Lights have been something that has been on my bucket list forever to witness. And Jesse and I are going back to Scotland later this year, and I hope that we'll see them then as well. But if I could see them tonight in my hometown where I live, that would be super cool too. It's just because there's a really intense solar storm, I guess, that's supposed to happen over the weekend. And even where I'm located, we might be able to see it. There might be a little bit too much light pollution. We'll see. I have hope. If I do manage to do that, I will take you along with me. Let me just see, because now that I've finished the first book on my list, I still got a few more books. And I know I showed you guys the poll that I had posted on Instagram the other day, and everything was kind of tied. But since it's been a little over 24 hours, they're not that much better. But believe it or not, this book actually got one of the highest ratings before my story disappeared. So the next book that got the next highest rating was The Wishing Game. I think out of fairness, I know I wanted to start Yours Truly, but obviously this book was just too good to start anything else during it. And I think I'm just gonna start The Wishing Game instead. And I know it's a bit of a shorter book. Let's see, how long is the audiobook? Yeah, the audiobook for that and Yours Truly, actually, they're both 11 hours long. Not that I would finish The Wishing Game tonight by any means. But I think if I start it tonight and even just get through like 50 pages or so, I can finish that tomorrow, even with all my other errands. And then maybe I can start Yours Truly tomorrow. That's my plan. Whether I stick to it or not, we will see. We'll see how late I end up staying up tonight. The main point of this was that I wanted to pop on and give you my thoughts on this book. I feel like I kind of have a book hangover from it. But I think hopping into a fiction book after a non-fiction book will be fine. Those are my plans. I'm gonna start The Wishing Game, try to stay up to see the Northern Lights. I might have to actually... The Northern Lights... What direction am I facing? The Northern Lights might be kind of that way, which is directly where my house is. So I might end up having to actually go for like a midnight stroll. Maybe I'll go camp out at the park. Actually, that sounds like it could be kind of fun. I've had a coffee and a big Red Bull today, so maybe I'll be able to stay awake. I don't know. At this point, I'm just rambling, so whatever. I'm gonna go open the other book. If I end up staying up late enough for the Northern Lights, that's probably when you'll see me next. Otherwise, you'll probably see me tomorrow morning. Good afternoon, friends. It is now Saturday, and you guys, I didn't get any footage on my actual camera, but I got some really nice photos, which at this point you would have seen, because I will have put them in this video. But I saw the Northern Lights last night. Oh, guys, it was beautiful. Seeing the Northern Lights has been on my bucket list literally for as long as I can remember. And I didn't think that I would ever see them here where I live in Canada, because I live like closer to the United States border. I don't live super far up north, so you don't see the Northern Lights here. It's very, very rare. Even aside from us being too far south, there's usually too much light pollution to see anything here. But last night, I guess there was a super solar storm, and so the Aurora Borealis was just super intense, and you could see it. There's people down in like Florida who were getting pictures of a little bit of the sky lighting up. So it was brilliant. I mean, like I said, you will have seen the pictures that I did get. It was amazing. I really still hope, because when we booked our trip to Scotland this year, we booked a couple nights up in the Orkney Islands. So I really hope we get to see them there too. That's like one of the reasons I wanted to go up there. So the fact that I saw them here, super cool. And now I just really hope that I see them in Scotland too. Oh, I don't know. It's very exciting. Anyways, so it's a little bit later than I want it to be. It's 12:15 now. But I just came back from, running some of my errands, went to Tim Hortons and got myself a quencher, and all of the ice is pretty much melted at this point. Ooh, I've never had one of these before. That is absolutely delicious. I was gonna get an iced coffee, and then I decided that I wanted something like fruity, so that's delightful. Just what I need. Anyways, so I just got back from running my errands. I'm just gonna sit in my spot out here, continue reading The Wishing Game, which, by the way, I did barely start last night, because I was sitting here reading, and then when I last updated you, I finished Beyond the Wand, and then pretty much right after that, I went to the park just down the street from my house to sort of set up my spot for the night so I could see the lights there. Sat down and read 22 pages of this book, so not a ton. And then it got too dark for me to be able to read. So I didn't get a ton started in this book, but I didn't think that I would anyways. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep reading it. So far it has me intrigued. Nothing's really happened. Like, I'm only just on chapter 2 now. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a bit, drink my quencher, read my book, and I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. Good evening. So it's about 7:30 now, and I did finish The Wishing Game. I liked it. I honestly don't have a ton of thoughts on it. I think it's probably gonna end up being a 3-star read for me, which isn't a bad rating by any means at all. For me, 3 stars is like I liked it. I enjoyed my time reading it, but I probably won't really think about it. I don't think I'll ever pick it up again to reread. Like it's not one of those books that I finished and just said, oh my god, I can't wait till I can reread it. I'm feeling a little bit booked out right now just because I have been reading all day, but I am feeling a little bit like I don't know if I quite want to jump into another book right away. I might try to pick up Yours Truly and maybe just try to read like the first chapter or two. How long are the chapters? Let me see. Okay, the first chapter is like 10 pages. So I might just try to read maybe the first chapter or two. And I feel like I am gonna like this book. So if I read the first chapter or two and it's kind of got me hooked, then great, I might keep reading. But if I read the first chapter or two and I'm not really feeling it, then I'll wait for tomorrow to continue reading. I imagine that if I read the first couple chapters and I'm not really feeling it, it's purely just because I'm like done kind of reading for the day. I'll just check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. So it's not quite as early as I wanted it to be. It's just about 10 o'clock right now. And I did actually want to get up at like 8 o'clock and go grocery shopping right away. But I woke up at 8 and was dead tired still. But now I'm just going to quickly make a grocery list, figure out what I need to buy for the week. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store, do my shopping for the week, and then I'm literally just going to sit outside pretty much the entire day and read because it's beautiful out again. It's not quite as hot as it was yesterday, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, just going to sit outside and read until Jesse comes home. He should be home, I think he said around like 7 or 8. So at some point I'll probably start getting something ready for dinner for us to eat. Oh, actually that reminds me, I gotta go take some meat out of the freezer. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys for now. I'll pick the camera back up when I am back home sitting outside when I'm about to pick up my book and let you know where we're at. Okay, I'm taking a pause because I'm on chapter 10 now, about page 70, and I'm absolutely loving this. I did end up reading, I think, 4 chapters last night before I decided that I was too tired and went inside, but I knew I was gonna like it. I just knew I was gonna like it. I so far love the way that Abby Jimenez does her romances because it's done in a very like realistic and relatable way. I don't feel like so far with any of the books that I've read, I don't feel like cringy. I don't feel like the situations that she puts the characters in are too over the top or anything like that. I feel like they're just very realistic and very relatable. And aside from that, the 2 main characters have started writing letters to each other, even though they work together in the same hospital and they both work in like the ER, I guess. But they're writing letters to each other instead of just talking to each other face to face. And I don't know, the banter between the 2 of them, even in the letters that they're writing to each other, I just love it. It's got me feeling giddy, and I love that. I'm gonna keep reading, but I just wanted to give you my thoughts thus far. I've never tried these poppy sodas before. This is my very first time, and wow, can I just say, that's delicious. Not too sweet. It really does taste like strawberry lemon. I wanted to try these because I'm not really a flavored water kind of person. Like, I don't like bubblies. Jessie loves bubblies. I'm not a huge fan, but these are, they're kind of in the middle of like an actual soda and a sparkling flavored water, so I thought I'd give it a try. And apparently it's like I didn't know this, but Poppy and Olipop, they're classified as like prebiotic sodas. So they've got ingredients in them that are supposed to be good for your gut. So yeah, I got a few of those when I was grocery shopping today because I wanted to give them a try. I used to be a little bit more of kind of a health nut. Oh, I hate calling myself that because I was never really like super strict, but I used to be more aware of what I was intaking, and I've kind of fallen off of that in the past year. So I do want to try to be a little bit more aware, though I will say in the past year I've gotten better actually at making my own dinners more often as well. Not that I was eating super unhealthy back then, but I was going to the gym more often, but that meant that I had less time to cook proper dinners at home. So now I don't go to the gym as often, but I have more time to cook good healthy meals. So bit of a trade-off. I try to get exercise doing other things. I was really into going to the gym a ton, like 5 days a week, but it was actually worse on my mental health than it was helping, because it made me be more aware of my body and how I looked, which I didn't like. So I'm trying to get exercise doing other things, like other activities that are enjoyable and aren't just about how I look. Anyways, this went on quite the tangent just from me drinking a soda. I've now hit page 140 of yours truly, and I'm still loving it. I'm predicting this to be a 5-star read because I just don't want to put it down. I'm gonna finish this today. The audiobook says I have about 7.5 hours left, but I'm listening to it at 2 times speed, so somewhere around 3.5-ish hours left. So it's just about 2 o'clock now, so finish that by 5, which will be perfect because then I can start making dinner by the time Jessie comes home around 7-ish. Dinner will be made for him. Not that it's going to take me 2 hours to cook dinner, but it'll give me time to sort of prep everything and get it ready to be cooked. But yeah, I'm going to keep reading. Unless something major happens and I feel the need to share my thoughts, I'll probably just pick my camera back up when I'm done the book and give you my final thoughts and wrap things up. I'm done. Do I even have to say it? Of course it's 5 stars. I knew it was gonna be 5 stars. I just knew it. And it met, succeeded, fulfilled, surpassed all of my expectations. Jessie did text me. He's getting on his last flight now. He says that he should be home by like 8:30. So I don't know if I'm going to be making dinner or if he's just gonna stop somewhere on his way home. But he's gonna be home soon. So that being said, obviously I'm gonna be with him for the rest of the evening once he gets home. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.